Hello student, this is a lecture for BSc first year student. BSc first year and paper is geometry. Paper number is fourth paper and semester is second. So dear student, in the last lecture we have already discussed about angle between two lines. Any two lines in the plane, any two lines lies in the planes, then we can find angle between them, and we was defined that cos theta is equal to L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2. So what are the L1 M1 N1 and L2 M2 N2? So L1 M1 N1 be the cosine, direction cosine of a line, and L2 M2 N2 be the direction cosine of second line, and then angle between them we can define as cos theta. Suppose this is the any line and suppose this is the other line, and making an angle theta, and direction cosine of these lines are L1 M1 N1, and direction cosine of these lines are L1 M1 L2 M2 and N2, then cos theta can be defined as cos theta is equal to L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2. So dear student, we know that the relation between sin theta and cos theta. We are going to discuss one corollary. So we can write this cos theta in terms of sin theta, and that is sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta, isn't it? Sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos square theta. So we can write here sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. So 1 minus of what is cos theta? Call this is the equation number first for this, and therefore cos theta is L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 square, isn't it? So this square can be written as, or we can write this. Firstly I am going to just adjustment. How we can write this L? So we can write this L as L1 square plus M1 square plus N1 square into L2 square plus M2 square plus N2 square, and then the remaining term is this minus L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 whole square, isn't it? So we know that, or we have already seen one theorem, that is sum of square of direction cosine is always 1, and therefore this one we write in terms of L1 square plus M1 square plus N1 square, and L2 square plus M2 square plus N2 square. This is 1, this is 1, 1 into 1, this is 1. So this one I can write in this way, and then this term as it is, that is L1 plus L2 plus M1 plus M2 plus N1 N2 square. So here if we solve, or if we expand this is nothing but a plus b plus c square, a plus b square, a plus b plus c square, whatever the calculation. We know that this formula, that is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ac, like that. So after calculation I write here directly term, that is L1 M2 minus L2 M1 square plus M1 N2 minus M2 N1 square plus n1 L2 minus n2 L1 square, isn't it? After computing, taking multiplication of this and taking expansion of this term, we get at final stage, we get this L1 M2 minus L2 M1. You do this yourself, this calculation you do yourself. This term minus this term, do this calculation yourself. We get finalize this term, and this term can be written as, and therefore sin theta is nothing but plus minus square root of summation L1 M2 minus L2 M1 square, isn't it? So therefore, if cos theta is this L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2, then sin theta can be written as in this way. Sin theta can be written as in this way. So don't create the question that. See here, there is L1 M2 minus L2 M1 square. This one element represent the other two elements. L1, M1, N1. So we take only L1, M2, N2, L2. So we take only M2, L2, M2, N2. So this is the L2, M1, N1, L1. So this is the M1. We just take first term, but this first term indicate that these two terms automatically indicate by this term, and therefore sin theta can be written as plus minus square root of summation, meaning these three terms are there, these three terms incorporates there. So L1 M2 minus L2 M1 square, isn't it? So we know that how we can write the tan theta. So tan theta is nothing but sin theta upon cos theta, sin theta upon cos theta. So sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta, and therefore we can write tan theta as tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. Now sin theta we have already computed, and that is plus minus square root of summation of L1 M2 minus L2 M1 square divided by summation L1 L2. Summation L1 L2. So this is a cos theta. See here, what is cos theta? Cos theta is L1 L2, M1 M2 plus N1 N2. But we write just this term, L1 L2. And what this summation indicate? This summation indicate that these two terms. We have not written there. It is not necessary to write here. No need to write these two terms. We just write summation L1 L2, and meaning of this summation is L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2. Next corollary we discuss, and that is the corollary second. What is corollary second? Suppose now these are direction cosine L1 M1 N1 with the direction cosine of first line, then L2 M2 N2 with the direction cosine of second line, direction cosine of first line. And suppose A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2, these are the points which are proportional to this direction cosine. These are the numbers which are proportional to direction cosine. Then we can write, see here, these are in proportion, meaning is that L1 divided by A1 is equal to M1 divided by B1 is equal to N1. Sorry, there is N1. n1 divided by c1, and this term also can be written as this is equal to plus minus a1 divided by square root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. How we can write it? See here, by using theorem on equal ratio, if we squaring and adding, we get like this: L1 square plus m1 square plus n1 square divided by squaring of the a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. But what is this? L1 square plus m1 square plus n square, this is nothing but 1. So 1 divided by a1 square b1 square c1 square. And if we equate to this, that is L1 divided by a1 is equal to n1 divided by b1 is equal to n1 divided by c1 is equal to 1 upon a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. So we automatically get, that is L1 is nothing but plus or minus a1 divided by square root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square, and so on. So there is L1. What is the m1? m1 is b1 divided by same term. What is the n1? n1 is plus minus c1 divided by this same term. So in this way we can show that the relationship between direction cosine and direction cosine, and these numbers are direction ratios. What is the direction ratio? Direction ratio, we said that those numbers are said to be direction ratios if those numbers are in proportion with the direction cosine of the given line. Isn't it? So student, in the next lecture we will discuss some more format, how to write the angle between two lines. Okay. So thank you very much.